Yo, what is up, guys? Here with the next round here. Let's just like get into it because I know I was rambling like too long on that last video. So round two, Ritual Beast once again. I know we've seen this deck over and over again. So we lose a roll here, and this man just does what Ritual Beast does best. It sets and passes, and then shifters you. So that's all great. Our hand here, real quick, I guess, is Moulin, Double Ogre, Imperm, Shrine, and Dragoons. So obviously this is just this is like what the deck's supposed to do. Under shifter is just open Shrine like a madman and just go straight to that Deep Sea King combo. So this is like a perfect setup. Obviously, like this is what like this happens, and I'm like, oh, perfect. I practiced this, so this is just fine. Obviously, we are afraid of a hand trap here, but if they have it, they have it. But yeah, so we go into the Deep Sea King here. We discard the Moulin because it's probably the least valuable card here. We're probably not going to end up seeing a graveyard anytime soon, like a graveyard full of waters. And yeah, so we just get all the little water boys out there, and I do literally what I practiced and showed you guys in the tutorial, where I take the pikes, make Kraken, and then we take Shift and the other pike to make a Porpoise, our baby Porpoise, dude, card of the day. It doesn't matter, you don't get Shift back. It doesn't matter, you can't summon pikes because you have the recursion, and then we use one of our Ghost Ogres that we can't use under Shifter anyways to make the Chenning. So this is like literally like this is what we want. Like this is something under Shifter. It's not great, but it's something. Excuse me. So we are attempting to enter battle here and whatnot, and he hits us with. Yeah, so this is Ritual Beast Sky, which is basically a floater, although it floats into something from his extra deck as well, which is kind of nutty. I swear, like, if I wasn't playing water, I'd be kind of interested in Ritual Beast. I'm pretty sure I could scrape with this deck, that I could do some dirty things. I would love a reason to play Protoss. But continuing here, he makes this link for that, let's see, so he makes this link for, and it has its attack subtracted because of Chenning, but when I go for the attack with the Kraken, he uses Book of Eclipse. So this was an unfortunate scenario for us, but really it's not that big of a deal at all. He mentions later that he wasn't sure if he should eclipse me on like the Deep Sea King summon of the 5, but then he was afraid of giving me the extra couple draws. I say the extra couple draws are probably the play over this, because it just means that the minute the next turn starts, I have a full board established. Like it's like we don't even care that we didn't get to deal with the link. We're just fine, and then I get all the draws in the world. Unfortunately, none of them are like live currently under shifter, but yeah, so we get our shift and standby phase, which is awesome. So we currently have 3 interactions, and he has the Dark Ruler. And it doesn't really matter because like I think his engine is super limited here. I'm not sure exactly how much he can do. I don't know if that I think that link monster goes back to the extra deck, or it shuffles back and it does something to banish a card. So here I'm chaining Imperm to the link monster, not even caring about what the effect is, and I actually didn't realize that his actual play was to use the link monster's effect. I really just wanted to be able to pop the link monster with the Kraken, and it's really also cool is that it forces out his trap card right away. If it wasn't already forced before, it's forced now. And so he's using the trap card to pop my Kraken, so that way it turns off. That way his link monster is no longer a water. So this guy's just reading over to check as well, to make sure we're not crazy. But yeah, Kraken's not getting the pop here, which is kind of whatever. I mean, he's down to 1 card and it's negated, and I mean, look at what I have. I mean, what's he possibly gonna do to me? And so he can't even really swing over me anyways. So yeah, so he's gonna hit the shift, which he didn't know which one to hit. Really, there was no good target because he wasn't ever hitting the Chenning, and maybe he couldn't even hit Porpoise anyways because of all the banished. Yeah, so it had to be Shift, and then Shift just triggers anyways, so who cares? So it just comes back like it's doing a phenomenal job. Harpooner was never doing that, and the XYZ Shark was never doing that. So I'm just gonna keep bringing them up until I'm proven that there's a better fish target. Shift's GOAT. So yeah, we just go straight into the Ascan. The water targets finally now go to the graveyard. He has one card in hand, but I'm not too afraid of it. Obviously, you saw my hand. I think I have a prince in there. Yeah, I have a full hand of 5. Like, what's happening here? Oh yeah, so he changed the link to like tribute itself, or not tribute itself. It does something to banish one of my cards, and I didn't want him to banish the Chenning on the off chance he has something, so I decided to Ghost Ogre it. And then yeah, from here on it's normal prince, full combo. He lets me know he has nothing in hand, and yeah, so he's gonna scoop it up any second here. Eventually, yeah, he scoops it up. So we'll hit game 2 here now. Obviously he's going first. We start. I guess I'll back it up just out of respect for the game. So he's going first. Game 2. Oh, I do show my hand there. That was looks like a shrine. Let's back it up. So we got not great. So this is now I will say, it doesn't matter that Shift is in my hand here. So my hand is Perulia, Imperm, Nib, which so like those 3 hand traps going second, flawless. Like that feels pretty good. But then Shrine, Shift, we don't have any combo right now, which is unfortunate. But I feel fine because of Perulia, obviously. But then as you guys see here in a moment, our Perulia does get ashed, which is really unfortunate. So yeah, we do get Ash in the Perulia. Now, I still feel technically fine. I'm thinking I can open almost any engine card and keep playing. But yeah, so he starts going through his combo line here, and this is where I'm still not sure exactly how I'm supposed to interact with this deck. So when I was actually watching this back, I realized that that's where I should have used my Imperm. I should have Impermed the flag, because what I end up basically allowing him to do is he gets the Thunder one to hand because he knows Protoss can't do anything to me because he can't pop a water. So the Protoss is irrelevant. Plus he already opened it, but I mean that didn't matter to me. He needed the win whether he opened Protoss or not. So I should have impermed the flag for sure, so he couldn't get the win guy. I think at the time I thought I don't care because it's Protoss, but in hindsight, it's the win one for sure. And then my nib feels a lot better because the issue was the minute I nib his field, he goes Colossus, and while you might be thinking we'll just wait for the Colossus, which is actually funny because so the reason I didn't want to wait for Colossus, using the nib, or unless he shotgunned it early, of course, was because I was afraid of Little Knight. Because if he summons Little Knight, then when I go to nib, he can chain Little Knight and then banish 2 of his cards. And I guess technically now looking at my hand, I have Imperm for the Little Knight. So gears are turning a little slow here today. Unfortunate. Well, I guess the day. So yeah, we're still not perfect. Still. But that's just, it's okay, that's why I need to watch these, so I can because I'm really picking this stuff up as I'm watching these matches with you guys. I'm catching all my little mistakes here. Not that it actually wouldn't have changed the game too much. Enough though. I think there's definitely an opportunity here for me to have some type of comeback. We'll see exactly how much so. But I am sorry, I'm going to skip forward just a little bit. So he keeps playing a little bit, and eventually he gets to a point where I am afraid of the Little Knight, not thinking about the whole Imperm scenario. That is what I should have played for. I should have played for Nib Imperm on full board plus Little Knight. That is the correct line. But yeah, so he keeps going here, and eventually we get to a point where I'm afraid of the Little Knight. Okay, so this is where we end up at, and this is where I am dropping the nib. And also, there's also another whole scenario here where I know that Imperm also, so I think my actual thought process at the time was I'll just nib his field, and then I can Imperm the Colossus, if I even care about the Colossus. I also didn't care about the Colossus, which is another funny part here, because I know that I don't really need to search at all. I have shrines, so I just need to open any engine card, and any engine card that would have searched would have just been the target I used a tribute for shrine. So that's another reason I wasn't too afraid of the Colossus either. But there's definitely a better way to play this out. The better way is definitely just to wait till he commits this whole entire board because, especially because how it ends off is he's looking for targets for the Protoss basically. He summons Protoss. Yeah, he summons Protoss, and so if he would have shotgunned that as well on his full M board, I could have nibbed him for everything he had, and then just let them on a token. I have nib, and then I drew another Perulia for turn, which is not ideal. And so there was really nothing coming out of this match. The only possibility, like, so literally what has to happen here is I probably have to like set nib and, or I mean, put nib in defense mode, probably set shrine, and then just kind of hope to live. Another potential play there is you just put nib in defense mode, and then we like do a shotgun another Perulia and see if we can get him to let us draw it all. But yeah, so it ended up not really mattering that I did this incorrectly. That this was just a brick hand of me opening a lot of non-engine. Unfortunately though, but another aspect to take away is even if I play less on engine, I'm still kind of looking at the imperm and potentially nibs as well, and the Perulias to be the main. So even with less non-engine in the deck, I'm still opening this hand. So this might just be a variance, might just be a brick because I play enough non-engine and because I'm still playing those non-engine. But yeah, so that's it for that one. And then we go to game 3 here. And this is a nice one. We open double Dragoons, Triana, Droll, and Nib. All right. And so he's like, I had no hand traps go off. I'm like, you wish, buddy. I'm gonna go Bahamut looking past. So this is so yeah, we're opening the Triana here. So this is an unfortunate. That is a brick technically, based depending on what the hand is, and this is also where Droll is affecting me. And I think one of the non-engine, or one of the changes I want to make to the deck is to add the third copy of Minstrel to the side deck, just to have a little bit more water engine to put in the main deck, as well as cards like Talents, something like that. So he waits till his turn. I think he maybe drew Shifter for turn. I decide to Toad negate the Shifter because I have the Nib and I have the Droll, so I know I can, like, I still feel fine here. I mean, like, this isn't bad. This is Droll Nib versus Ritual Beast. So we feel just fine. He's never clearing me, and while yes, this is a brick, I also gave myself follow up. I have Prince Dragoons, and then I have the 2 hand traps. So he's just gonna play here. This is where I let him go a little further and commit a little longer. And we'll see what this finally pops off. I think what I'm waiting for right now, unless I just nib here. I just nib in here. So yeah, we nib him. I didn't even drop the Droll, which is hilarious. It just didn't even feel necessary, I guess. So yeah, he's like, that's cool. he's not doing anything after this. So that's why this game is this match is a little less intense. It's the least fun of the 4 I have. The only cool thing about this is I got to show that I actually do like the Deep Sea King play under Shifter. That's probably like the only like real fun thing that comes from this, because he passes on nothing, and then I have Pike Dragoons, and it's just, we all know it's over from there. Like there's nothing he's doing here. So yeah, so that's how this match played out. Not too fun here, but the next one I think is a little bit more interesting, and I'm actually just gonna record it now since this was so short. So if you're seeing this, expect another upload later in the day today. We're just gonna double upload it today, so that way Friday we can have the more fun matchup up and going. So that'll be the goal, and that way Friday I can have our last match, which is the most enjoyable. It's peak Yu-Gi-Oh, peak water, and then Saturday we'll hopefully Saturday I can post the matches I record that day, assuming I'll be able to record them, which I think I will be. But yeah, we're just doing the water stuff here. There's really nothing to go over here. It's just full combo. I do the Toad, so I know he has nothing, and I mean we can watch it play out, but there's probably no real reason to. So yeah, this is it. And once once I finish this off, I'm gonna start recording the next match here and just keep it going. But yeah, I still love the porpoise. It was such a awesome card. I think my favorite thing about the porpoise is that it maybe at first glance it seemed like, at least to me, at first glance it seemed like a going first card only. But really, it's so diverse and it has so much board presence because it just replaces itself. When you have the pike set up, the amount of bodies you get off it are just crazy, and it's rank 4 access, and it's just awesome. It's good going first, good going second. I actually forgot it has the effect that if it dies, I think it like comes back as a tuner or something like that. But yeah, that is it, boys. Let's head into this next match here. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get out of here. Peace.